Don't want to sit through 2-hour-long panels from BlizzCon outlining what's next for Overwatch 2? I got you, in chronological order. Here we go. The first thing announced was Mauga, the new tank for Season 8 of Overwatch 2, which will be on December 5th, 2023. They showcased his ability trailer, origin story, and ability overview, and he was playable for that BlizzCon weekend. If you were able to log in, you would have been able to test him out. They already said they're going to be tweaking him as they gained a lot of data from this past weekend, but here's a quick rundown of his abilities. He has 2 chain guns. His primary fire is the left gun called Incendiary Chain Gun, which burns enemies repeatedly. The other gun is the secondary fire called Volatile Chain Gun, which can deal critical damage to burning enemies. And yes, Ash's dynamite is considered a burning effect, which means permanent instant crit damage from Mauga's secondary fire, which is a very new elemental combo that Overwatch has ever introduced. This ties into his passive ability called Berserker, which allows him to gain temporary overhealth when dealing critical damage up to a maximum of 150. His first ability is called Overrun, in which you charge forward and stomp at the end to launch enemies up in the air. You are unstoppable while charging, meaning you will just ignore Reinhardt charges, Brig bashes, Doomfist punches. The only exception I found so far is having 2 unstoppable Maugas colliding, and that's when you both fall down. His next ability is called Cardiac Overdrive, in which all nearby allies take 30% reduced damage within that aura or that ring, and they have 60% lifesteal. His ultimate is called Cage Fight, which deploys a cylindrical barrier around Mauga, and enemies caught inside will be isolated and tethered by a chain, literally. You are essentially forced to fight Mauga inside unless you break the 1400 HP barrier the cage has, use Symmetra's TP, get life gripped out, or walk out with Fortify on Orisa. The next major update will be Season 9, early February 2024, which will be Competitive 3.0. That means they're scrapping their 2.0 competitive system that they implemented in Overwatch 2. That means the progress card system that updates after every 5 wins or 15 losses is no more. It's gone. The replacement is a competitive overview card, which you can see right here, that shows exactly what happens after your match. You can see in this example, if you're in Gold 1, you just won the game, you've gained 18% towards your next rank on the right side, which is going to be Plat 5. And overall, you're 85% of the way there. There's also now more transparency on what contributed to your rank change. They call these green arrows down here rank modifiers, so in this example, you actually gained a little bit more because of your advantage, because you were win streaking, and because of a natural calibration, likely due to the matchmaker already thinking you're better than Gold 1, so it's trying to accelerate you quicker. When this system launches in Season 9, there will be a rank reset, but they clarified it's not a full or a hard MMR reset. That means you now have to play 10 placement matches, and they say it will sway your rank quite a bit to begin with. What's more important is that their goal for now is to do this soft MMR rank reset once a year. Having this annual cadence for this MMR or rank reset will help remove some really bad outliers, such as really boosted accounts or accounts that are just hard throwing all the way to the lowest rank in the game. Now for the Grandmaster players, they are adding a new rank above GM called Ultimate. Not gonna lie, I don't really love the name. I don't really want to say, yeah, I'm Ultimate 3, on my way to Ultimate 2. Doesn't roll off the tongue that well, but it is what it is. There's also finally a new competitive reward called Emerald Weapons. When Competitive 3.0 ships in Season 9, the old competitive points will be turned into a legacy currency that you can still buy golden weapons with. But the new Emerald weapons are only available to be purchased with the new competitive points earned in this new comp system. So longtime players like myself who've been capped out on comp points don't just buy Emerald weapons for all the heroes on day one. They didn't say it in the panel, but I'm assuming the new comp points you earn in the new system can still give you the choice to buy the golden weapons in addition to the Emerald. But if you have legacy comp points, that's for golden weapons only. Now for the competitive challenges, the page is getting a new design because let's face it, the old design was confusing. It was just scrolling down 2 columns. This new page is a lot cleaner and it shows the rewards and how to get them. Now, you may have also noticed a progress bar on the top right here. So instead of end of season challenges that gave you competitive points based on your final rank, now both wins and losses will progress you with point payouts throughout the season. So if you finish 10 over here, you'll be rewarded with 200 points. Now, moving forward into matches themselves, they're actually going to remove the average match rank in the middle and show the match rank range of the lowest player in the lobby to the highest player's rank in the lobby for more transparency. Now, after Season 9, at some point, they will be removing restrictions for grouping. For example, if you're a diamond player and want to play with your bronze friend, you can, but now your skill range will be very wide, meaning it will also try to find another group with a wide range. This will also help tackle smurfs because they know some players make new accounts with the lower rank to play with their friends. On the same vein, there will also be narrow group ranges reserved for solo players, so the match quality will have big improvements for solo queue. Alright, the next confirmed thing is Venture, the name of the new DPS hero to be released for Season 10, which is for early April 2024. Venture is a half-Canadian, non-binary, swashbuckling archaeologist with an unquenchable thirst for treasures and secrets. In other words, an underground drilling hero. The primary fire shoots out an AoE projectile that travels a set distance and explodes on contact. Based on my observation, it looks like you want to be shooting at the enemy's feet like a Baptiste heal because of the AoE. If you try to aim directly at an enemy and you miss, the projectile will just pass right by them, and then you're going to miss out on the AoE explosion damage. The ability 1 looks like an underground burrowing ability. When you burrow down like Rek'Sai, Venture is invulnerable and can move in any direction. They can also then emerge from the ground in a vertical burst of movement either at will or when the ability duration runs out. It looks like there's also an AoE damaging effect before Venture unburrows from the ground. The next ability looks like a forward dash that damages enemies along its path, and Venture gains 50 shield HP that decays over a few seconds. For now, we don't know what Venture's ultimate does because they didn't show it. Next is going to be Space Ranger, which is the code name for the new support hero for Season 12, which will be around early August 2024. Space Ranger comes from a colony set in Mars and is a highly mobile support hero with a lot of vertical mobility with thrusters on her suit and boots. Now, the developers noted she's still a work in progress and is constantly changing. For example, they noted her gun is no longer the Burstfire SMG as shown in this concept art. That is all they could say for now. They've also confirmed that the final hero for 2024 will be a tank for Season 14 around December 2024, but all we have now is this little doodle in the hero select screen as a placeholder. Now here's everything else coming in 2024 with no official date. First, we have Hero Mastery. There will be new courses available for the following heroes: Diva, Echo, Genji, Lucio, and Mei. The leaderboards will also be reset. In addition, they're adding a Hero Mastery replay feature which allows you to bookmark and analyze and look for areas to improve your score. Blizzard is also introducing a new Hero Mastery mode called the Gauntlet, which is sort of based on the art kit and polygon style of Hero Mastery, but it is a 3-player co-op mode focused on enemy bot waves and tower defense. The gameplay here is a work in progress, but currently there are 3 gauntlet towers which are objective points. You have to defend the tower from a variety of bots like flying and exploding. You can also get power-ups, airstrikes, and generate healing for the team, and more. There is a leaderboard for this. The heroes that are available will rotate seasonally, and they're going to be adding new custom rewards and challenges, of course, for this. I think this is actually really cool, and I'm excited for this. In 2024, we're also getting a brand new PvP game mode called Clash. This will be the 3rd new game mode after Push and Flashpoint for Overwatch 2. Now, Blizzard did remove 2 CP in Overwatch 2, which removes some fan favorite maps like Hanamura, at least aesthetically. So they're sort of bringing it back with Clash, because the first map released for this will be Hanaoka, which means Flower Hill, and is going to be a street next to the original Hanamura map, and you can actually see sections of the original map in the backdrop. So what is Clash? Well, it is a 5 CP game mode, 5 control points placed in a straight line on a mirrored map as indicated with this diagram. Each team owns 2 of the capture points on their side of the map. So blue team owns A and B, red team owns D and E, and point C in the middle is neutral and will be unlocked when the match starts, and both teams have to fight over it. The team that wins a capture point moves towards the opponent's next capture point like this. So in this example, point D unlocks, and if blue team wins again, point E unlocks. And if they win again, the match actually ends. Aaron did say here that full capping all the way to the end is actually quite rare, and what ends up happening is there's lots of back and forth. The defending team will start winning some fights and regain control of a point and then push back towards the middle point C. Now, each time your team fully captures a point, you do score a point, and there is a maximum score, which can also end the game. They're still tuning it right now on what's an appropriate score relative to the average match time they're looking for. As for the gameplay aspects, there's not really many choke points, so it's a lot of fighting, a lot of scrapping, and the devs feel this is the sweatiest game mode they've ever worked on. The final announcement is that they are changing how the Battle Pass Mythic skins work in 2024. The current system with Mythic skins is that players need to complete all 80 levels of the Premium Battle Pass, which you have to pay for. However, this is where there are issues with the current system, right? Number 1, if you don't play the hero that the Mythic skin is for, the Battle Pass is less exciting for you. Number 2, the next issue is that if you didn't complete a previous season Battle Pass or you started Overwatch 2 recently, you can't get Season 1's Cyber Demon Genji, for example, right? So both scenarios are now addressed with this new change where you can earn any Mythic skin ever released when playing through a Premium Battle Pass. And that is the gist of the important tidbits of all the Overwatch announcements at BlizzCon. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments, and bye-bye.